Hugo beat Solange on there.
Are you on there now?
Yeah. Domingo, what's going on? Solange, hope you're staying warm over there. Hugo, what's going on? Rhino Joe Outdoors. Almost went Sunday morning, but it was 19 degrees and black ice was everywhere. Man, Rhino, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I kind of debated on even going live today. Just with the power outages and all that, I didn't know, how many would be on here, and had a rough night myself last night. I'm tired, so I'm probably not going to be on here as long as usual. But I at least wanted to come on here and touch base with everyone. Give it a little bit longer for more people to file in. Hey, Blanca. How are you doing? Jerry Ward, what's going on? South Carolina. I hope y'all are warmer over that way, Jerry. I think it's gonna be, it'll probably end up being below 0 here, which has never happened for me that I've seen. Dave Collier, hey man, waiting for the warm weather in New Jersey. We are too over here, Dave. Thanks for being here. Hugo, Crappie makes us all feel better, at least thinking about them. Yep, that's true, Hugo. At least we can talk about them, even though we can't go out. Awesome, Blanca. I'm glad to hear. Glad to hear. People who went face first in the snow. Fishing for life. What's going on? Native Texan. Dadgum groundhog. I can't wait till spring. Man, Native, that groundhog nailed it this year. I saw that going around today. That definitely is true. That thing nailed it. But it's not always the case. Usually, it doesn't make a difference. I think it's just coincidence myself. February is usually, over the years, February is the year. It's the month of the year that we get the biggest storms typically. We had the last big one in like 2011, I think, was also February. I think it was around the same day, February, or it was Groundhog Day, actually, now that I think about it. Fishing for life, Kid Crappie just hanging out, wishing I was on the water. Me too. I saw some of the lakes around here are freezing over in parts. I don't think it's good enough to go out and ice fish off them, but they're definitely it's definitely icy. Native, I agree. If it snows, it usually does in February. Yep. That's true. Feb's always been our winter month. Yep. It's funny, February can go one of two ways. It can go good and you can catch sand bass all month, and crappie too sometimes, and then sometimes it's bad. And we've had good Februarys the last few years, so can't complain. I saw a post a couple years back. I was already catching lots of sandies in the creeks on like the 6th of February, so it's pretty crazy.
Outside?
Someone's sledding. I think someone's sledding outside. Paul, what's going on? Yeah, we're staying warm over here. How about you, buddy? How much snow did y'all get up that way? I know that all the stuff we got was headed right for y'all. AFW Outdoors, good evening. Yeah, I hope everyone's staying warm, and hopefully everyone's not having power issues and staying warm. Irene, hello all. I don't remember when we've had snow twice in the first 2 months. Yeah, Irene, it's pretty rare. I do remember, it's kind of fuzzy, but I think that 2011 year that we had, I think it's iced or sleeted twice, I think. That there you go, Barfly is here. Titan Fishing Texas, what's going on, TJ? Hope you're doing well, buddy. Staying warm. I've lost train of thought. What are they talking about? Okay, yeah. So the last the February 2011, I remember that week I was in school. I don't remember if it was college. I think it was college, and they canceled classes the whole week, and I was mad because I couldn't even go outside and fish. Like, it was bad. Tommy Harper, what's going on? I'm doing good. How about you, Tommy? Hope you're staying warm. Paul catches them all, man. We got 8 inches and are expecting 8 more on Wednesday. Just crazy. They shut work down the past couple of days. Man, Paul, I think we got. I looked outside. I went outside yesterday, but haven't been outside today. And excuse me. And I noticed this morning on the truck. It looks like it's like we got 5 inches. If I had to guess, I'd say 5 inches. And I think we're supposed to get 1 to 3 more. Maybe a little ice thrown in on Tuesday night, Wednesday. So we'll see. Native in 2013, it iced really bad. Yeah, it might have been. It's so fuzzy, man. 2013 is like 8 years ago now, which is crazy, but it's kind of fuzzy. Oh, man, Chris. Hate to hear that. Y'all got hammered out that way. I think y'all got more snow than we did. Chris, be careful, man. It's supposed to get some bad ice over there later in the week on Tuesday night, Wednesday. Up here, we're supposed to get snow, but I think down that way, it's supposed to get ice and sleet. Jay Cruz, what's going on? Native, I was without power for 3 days. Oh, man, that's a long time.
Man.
That's a long time, buddy.
That's crazy.
Oh, yeah, TJ. I remembered. As soon as I saw it, I remembered, buddy. Jay Cruz, hope you are doing good. Hope you're doing good, too. Jay Cruz, school has been canceled till Thursday. Nice. I guess it depends on if you like school or not. I was always excited. Tommy Harper, I'm good. My live scope should be delivered tomorrow, but we'll see. Awesome, Tommy. There you go. You definitely can't beat that. Yeah, so I actually went out on Friday. With Terry Barfly. We kind of went out there and looked around and seen what was going on. Went and checked some spots. Went and checked the winter spot that I had a really good feeling we were going to do good in, and we never got a bite. And went to a sand bass creek, and I caught one sand bass, maybe a keeper. I didn't measure it, threw it back. But we fished the whole creek, and Barfly didn't catch anything, so I was one up on him. Paul catches them all. Kid Crappie, the Arkansas rivers froze over, and from what I hear, that hasn't happened in years. The no work is cool, but man, I wish I can get out on the water. Oh man, Paul. I'm actually off tomorrow, but go figure, it's supposed to be 0 tonight. Or below 0, and everything's gonna be frozen. I was looking outside. It's like the snow's melted in places, and there's water, so there's gonna be a lot of black ice tomorrow. So I'm just gonna sit around and kind of rest, and then try and clean a little bit, maybe tie some jigs, paint some jig heads, something like that. We'll see. Oh yeah, it has spies. I was just telling the wife, we've been working from home, for a while, and that was part of the fun was, having a snow day or ice day get really bad and, canceling work, and you get to stay home and, just hang out. But I worked today, and she did too. So it's another day for us, just same old. Chris, yes, ice and sleet tomorrow. 8 to 9 inches of snow last night. I can't talk today for some reason. And looking for 1 to 3 inches of sleet and ice tomorrow. Oh, man. That's going to be rough. From the on the bank, TJ. Yes, I did, man. I did. I had to throw that in there. You know that. Jay Cruz, man, I can't wait to go fishing. Me too, man. Andy Chase, have you tried Red Lake Creek yet? Are the sandies in there? Andy, I don't fish Rowlett Creek. I'll let Barfly kind of elaborate on that if he wants. I don't fish Rowlett Creek myself. I avoid it like the plague. Marco, what's it going on, Marco? Thank you for being here. Hey, Crappie Express. Hope you're doing well. Oh, thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. Yeah, if y'all are enjoying this, be sure to, hit that thumbs up. TJ, what are your favorite type jigs for Sandies and hybrids? Man, TJ, I love the mini flukes. I need to bring them inside. I got stuff just scattered everywhere, so I'm not going outside. The wife's not going to go outside and get that for me right now. Can't blame her, but I'm not going out there either, so I need to bring them in and show y'all. But they're little flukes. Lunker City, I think, is the name of them. Like 2.5 inch, and that's what I caught the sand bass on. I love those, and then I love curly tails. I have some panfish assassin curly tails. I love those. They're a little expensive, I mean, honestly, but I love them. And I catch hybrids on those. If hybrids are in there, usually they'll hit those same jigs that you're catching sandies on. Barfly, Andy, sandies are in and off Rowlett all the time. Caught them there in September. Oh, hey, Armando. How's it going, man? Hope you're staying warm. Leonardo, what's going on? What's up, guys? Hope everyone's staying safe and warm. Anybody else experiencing these crappie blackouts? Man, Leo, it's been going around. It has been going around. TJ, no, I just like on a crappie jig. Little crappie jig, 16th ounce, 8th ounce, depending on the current and how windy it is. Little man's in the back having a party, so you hear some crazy noises.
Calling you.
Oh, nice, J. Cruz. Paul, I believe they're 2 inch. I believe they're 2 inch, Paul. They might be 2.5 inch, but they might be. I think they're 2 inch. They have like the thicker body and the curly tail on the end. They're like a shad. They're not like a grub, like a round grub. They're more like a minnow grub. I've always done good on those in the spring. Fishing for life. Fishing with spies. Oh yeah, Armando, I'm the same way. I wish I could get out. Fishing with spies. We'd go fishing if half the lake wasn't ice and wasn't cold outside. Oh yeah, I would too. I'd be out there in a split second if I could. I prefer the cold myself. The cold I can deal with more than I can the 110 degrees. I've just gotten to where I just can't really deal with that no more. I don't know what it is. Hey Vicky, what's going on? I hope you and Fredo are doing good. Staying safe and warm.
I beat you. I said that.
Oh, yeah, I said it first though. He got his little car keys going. Little man's got his car keys going. He's trying to drive. He says he's gonna go venture out and see what he can get into. Are y'all where's Fredo at, Vicky? Are y'all driving home? Yep, we are good. Awesome. Glad to hear. Andy, see, yeah, I'm the opposite, man. I love the cold. Now I will admit that usually that the fishing's better when it's 107 than it is when it's 7. I mean, I can't catch anything right now, so. Mike N, looking for new pedal drive kayak. Use a 12 or 14 footer. I believe mine's 13 foot, Mike N. If you're looking for one, man, I highly recommend the Native. The Native Slayer Propel, I think is what it is. That instant reverse on that pedal drive is key. It's key. I cannot emphasize how important that is. Oh, okay, Vicky. I was wanting to make sure. Paul, what's going on, man? I hope you're still doing good down that way, buddy. Yeah, Paul's been saying that he's, Paul lives down there by Sam Rayburn. And I was telling him today, he messaged me. I'm like, oh man, I want to get down that way. Those lakes are on my bucket list, and I mean, I don't want to fish them once. I'd love to go down there and fish, all the time down that way. Hopefully someday, maybe when Little Man's a little bigger, we'll just load up and go down there.
Where?
Sam Rayburn, Toledo Bend. Spies, I don't like 30 and below unless it's snow and it's cold. Oh, there you go. Barfly's selling his Slayer Max. Brand new. Greg Nichols, what's going on? Oh, nothing much, man. Just chit-chatting, talking about the crazy weather. There goes the bird. But yeah, I was just thinking, I'm like, this for sure has been it will be, once it's all said and done, the worst storm that I've ever seen. I think they said back 89, I think, is when they had a storm that was similar to this, and they were saying the entire state of Texas was under a winter storm warning yesterday, excuse me. Yep, blend the bird. And I don't think that's ever happened. The National Weather Service said we've never had wind chill warnings ever. And we've got those going on tonight.
Should I go put her up?
We'll put her outside and bring her back in 5 minutes and be a popsicle bird.
Ruby, she's playing with her little wooden toy. She's just swinging it back and forth.
Crazy bird. Crappie Express, both sides of Lake Lewisville at 423 have ice all the way across them. It's crazy. And I think 2011, I remember 2011 was like, I think it was in the teens for days and days, if I remember right. It wasn't this cold, but it was definitely pretty cold. And I think that lake's kind of iced up then too. Jay Cruz, it's a Quaker. Crazy Quaker. Hugo, kid, the bird is mocking you because you can't hurt it. Yep, it knows. The wife protects it because I would have put it outside already. Kid Crappie, you ever ice fish? I have not, Paul. I'd love to. I'd love to. I'd love to go up north and do some walleye ice fishing up that way. But man, here, man, it just doesn't get cold enough. Does it get cold enough to ice fish in Arkansas very often? I know y'all are further north and y'all got a little elevation, so I'm wondering if maybe it does, but... Yeah, I'd love to do some ice fishing. I want to catch some walleye. That's on my... Hopefully, I get to a point to where I can travel a little more and film and do that stuff and
Like have the ice fishing like you showed me.
mm-hmm.
We have what is it, like an
Well, they have like this one guy that he's got a I don't know what you call it, like a hut, but it's like inside, so it's like an igloo. I don't know what you call it really, but it's got a bed and it's got like a little stove in there and it's heated. And you take it out to the ice and you drill holes, and this guy's catching big walleye just laying in his bed. That's so cool to me. Armando, you can go ice fishing at Bachman Lake right now. I'm sure you could. There ain't no telling what you'll drag out of there either. Crop Express. I would love to have been in Pennsylvania the other day and caught a big crappie. Yeah, man, Pennsylvania got some good ice fishing up that way. I'd love to. TJ, I finally got my 10-foot mid-seat bone stick crappie rod. It's nice. Everyone go check him out. Yeah, y'all be sure to check out Bone Sticks crappie rods if y'all are interested. I'll be honest, I don't use mine as much just because I'm in the kayak a lot of times, and it's hard to maneuver that longer rod for me, but for a boat, it's just perfect. I mean, it's long. You want a longer rod for the boat so you can reach out there and dip on stuff. And so I definitely recommend them. Great rod and great price. Definitely recommend checking them out. Bone Sticks Crappie rods. Paul, kid, no ice fishing here. This is the coldest I've seen it. Okay. People, they're out here. They're out here.
Sliding everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty cold. Titan fishing. I have the Titan 13.5, so it isn't too bad for me. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not too bad, but it's definitely better for me to have that that little bit shorter rod. I like a 7-foot rod. 7, even 8 foot would be all right, but I've got a 10 foot, and it's a little too long. Excuse me, but it's doable. I mean, I've fished with it before. I know Bone Sticks has got some shorter 7-foot rods coming out, and I can't wait to get my hands on those. Those are going to be big time for me because that's just, you know, that length fits my style of fishing really well. In the creeks and dock shooting and, you know, sand bass and all that. So, oh, thank you, Vicky. I appreciate that. Y'all be sure to hit the like button if y'all are enjoying this. I said earlier, I wasn't for sure if I was going to go on tonight, but wanted to at least go on here for a little while. Titan Fishing, Texas. I want to get a 7-foot for casting and dock shooting. Yeah, 7-foot, man. I love it. I love that 7-foot. That length to me is just perfect. Not too short, not too long. J Cruz ultralight is good or no? Oh yeah, J Cruz. I'm different than most. A lot of the I wouldn't say the hype, but a lot of the new trendy thing is like the new with Todd Huckabees, the stiffer rods where you just kind of dip and just lift the fish out of the water. I don't like that kind of stuff personally. I like it ultralight. The more ultralight, the better, because you know, you'll catch a fish that's this big, and I'm not out there big fish hunting, you know, either. So you catch a fish this big, it'll about pull you in the water if you have everything, you know, matched up right to be ultralight. And I'm sure y'all have seen, especially in the creek videos I've had recently, like I say a lot of times, that fish feels big, but it's because I got it, you know, on that super ultralight. Paul Carr, don't get to that rod. You can bring it to Sam Rayburn. There you go. Yeah, Sam Rayburn's got some big fish down there. I have to horse him out of there. Dale Posinski, I think I said that right. How's it going, buddy? I've been watching you lately. Awesome, Dale. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Consider subscribing if you haven't. I'm gonna put another video out this week, I think. In this video, I hope y'all enjoyed that last video, by the way. Something different. Pretty cool little spot. And I actually went to one of my favorite East Texas lakes in this next video and got on some bridge fish. I'm trying to mix it up a little bit. I've been wanting to get on some bridge fish. I'm tired of the creeks myself. So I went out to a bridge and caught some really good fish. Paul, man, when I first started vertical fishing, 10-foot rod felt so long now. Anything, yeah, Paul. That's the thing too. You get kind of accustomed to it after a while. Now I did use. I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure. I was working with Bone Stick when I had the boat as well. Yeah, I did. Yeah. I did, because I remember me and the wife took the rod out there the first time. So yeah, that was perfect for that boat fishing. We were fishing brush piles too, just, you know, pitching out, and that was perfect for that. J Cruz, I've never asked, but what kind of line would you recommend for an ultralight? I'm about to get me an ultralight rod. J Cruz, I'm different with the line too. I don't use braid. I know a lot of people use braid and like braid, and that's cool and everything, but I don't really like braid. Hey Fredo, I don't know why I skipped over you, buddy. How are you doing, man? But I have a Mr. Crappie 6-pound high-vis line. I'm probably gonna go down to 4, I think. I'm gonna try and get a spool of 4 next time I get some, just to see how much lighter it is. But that high-vis line for me is key. I have to be able to see my line, because so much of the time that line jumps or that line goes slack and there's fish, and you would never see it if you were using like fluorocarbon or something like that. Now, with that being said, there are some instances where I would prefer to have some 4-pound fluorocarbon or something like that. There's some really clear creeks that I fish in the spring, and them fish are spooky. Yeah, I see it.
Annoying kid, but it sounds like I'm saying he's an annoying kid, but I'm annoying. We're annoying.
Oh, they're annoying me, not that he's an annoying kid. Oh, Bert, thank you so much for that, buddy. Just know that goes straight to putting more content out there for you. And everyone else as well. What's up, man? Just started following you. You get it done. Thank you, Bert. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. That money helps so much, you know, being able to, you know, put gas in the truck, you know, if I break a rod or if I lose something, or it really helps me be able to get out there more. I really appreciate that, buddy. 903, what's up, man? You've been on some creek fish over that way, I see.
Where's Roger at?
I don't know where Roger's at. Even Sophia.
Oh, yeah.
Mark Spurgeon, I just heard that Fredo was out loading his truck up with firewood so he can go fishing tonight. There you go. I know Fredo's just ready to go out there in that cold weather. Dale Posinski, I think I'm saying that right. Hercules makes a fluorescent colored braid. Nice. I've never heard of Hercules, Dale. It must be a new Oh, any input on it? Yeah, I haven't heard of it before, Dale. Is it a new company, or? I mean, like I said, I don't really like braid myself, but I mean, if they sent me some, I'd definitely try it. Paul, I've been using braid for my jigging rods. It works great, especially if you get hung up in brush. Saves a lot of jigs. I use 6-pound mono high vis for my casting dock shooting rods. Nice, man. Yeah, like I said, you know, I've used braid before, and it's sensitive, don't get me wrong, and you can definitely get stuff, you know, back, but I just don't care for it. But I know like 90% of the people I fish with, or I know they fish with braid too, so hey, if it works, you know, that's great. And I may eventually try some different brands and see if maybe it just got a bad brand. I don't even remember what kind that I used that time, but 903 man caught 10 slabs with it being 27 degrees and feel like temperature 17 on Saturday. Slip cork in a jig. It was cold but worth it, brother. Nice. Should be a nice video. Nice, man. Yeah, that's you know, like that's we were doing that earlier in the year. It's so fun to be out there like when it's super cold, and typically when it's that cold, there's not that many people out there either. And them fish bite good in the cold. Now, I don't know if it was just where I think I just chose the wrong place on Friday, and we didn't do any good. But there, I mean, like I said, there's times that I've been out there and had to throw ice or throw logs out to break up the ice and catch fish that way. Some of the best days I've had like that. Native, you won't go back to 6 if you get some 4. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking, Heath. I'm like, I want to get some 4. Some 4-pound. I want to go a little lighter on the line. I'm just like, I know reason I'm kind of hesitant, Heath, is because I sand bass fish. I know you do too as well. Do you use 4-pound, by the way, Heath? Because I know you do the same thing like me. Like you sling them fish up out of the water like I do. You know, I don't play around with them and go down and lip them. I just sling them out of the water, just pull them out. And I'm worried about some of those sandies maybe snapping that 4 pound or. And then a lot of the times, like where I catch some of these hybrids and stuff, like it's kind of sketchy and I need that 6 pound to pull them out of there. Barfly braid on all rods 10 foot and longer. There you go. Chad Baker, what's going on? Can't catch crappie to save my life. Been trying since last March. Fishing Lake Granger and San Gabriel River here and around Austin. Man, Chad, so I hear good things about Granger. I believe in the creek, wherever, I think there's a creek on that lake that they do good in the spring. So I would be checking that creek pretty soon. And I know on the main lake in the summer, the brush piles hold good fish. The San Gabriel, I'm not sure about, to be honest. A day I found a dude at my secret fishing hole using it. Said he got it on Amazon. Huh. I'm going to have to check that out, Dale. I have never heard of it. Kip Wright, what's going on? Chad Baker, been a bass fisherman all my life. Been watching your stuff and appreciate the good content. Oh, thank you, Chad. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Slick, what's up, kid? What's going on, Slick? Hope you're doing good, man. 903, I love braid on all my vertical jigging rods and even braid on my 8-foot slip corking rod with a mono leader. Mono for my 6-foot casting rods. There you go, man. Oh no, Fredo. 903, man, it was cold. Had ice build up on the rod eyelets. Man, that was me on Friday, man. I had, you can even ask Barfly. My reel was locked up. My reel was frozen. I couldn't even, like, I could barely turn it. Like, I had to really turn it, and I had to dip in the water every now and then. I've never had that happen. My anti-reverse wasn't working. It was just all kinds of stuff wasn't working. Paul catches them all. Kick crappie, yeah, it's expensive, man. I do like the sensitivity, dude. I use spider wire, stealth smooth, low vis. Excuse me, man. I want to say I use spider wire. I used spider wire or Power Pro when I tried it. I can't remember what it was, but it was super rough. The line was super rough. I do remember that. Yeah, Hugo, that's true. A lot of people are having issues with the internet and power and all that. It's crazy. Ricky Rick, what's going on? I don't think I've seen you on here. Love your channel. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the support, Ricky. Glad you're tuned in. Titan, TJ, kid, do you have insurance on your kayak and fishing gear? I do not. Probably should, but I don't. That's a good question. I don't know why I didn't even think about that. I did have it on the boat when I had the boat. I did have insurance on that. But actually, well, I keep my well, I guess that's different though. I keep my kayak in a storage, and I have insurance through the storage for that. So I guess technically I do, but not like in general like I should. Bassin' for life, what's going on? Can you still catch crappies in the creeks in the summer? That's when I can fish again. Oh man, that's a long time. Yeah, there are some resident fish in some creeks year round, but I'll tell you, the numbers in those creeks go way down and they're real spotty. But you can catch them in the creeks in the summer, certain ones. Typically are deeper creeks. Chad Baker, that's actually the creek that feeds Granger you were thinking about. Keep up the good stuff. Awesome. Yeah, I've heard good things about that creek that feeds Granger. So, like I said, Chad, I definitely check there here. Once this cold gets away, it ain't going to take much to get them in there, I don't think, especially that far south. Andy Chase caught a hybrid on 6-pound test and flipped in my kayak. That was one of the best fights I've ever had with a fish. That sounds like an epic fight, man. Yeah, I've caught some. I'm gonna really try and get on some hybrids this spring. But yeah, I love catching hybrids on 6-pound ultralight crappie rod, man. They'll about pull you in the water. You have to chase them up and down the bank, and it's really fun. Armando, I use number 4 for sandies. Use 4-pound for sandies. I don't mind if they break off. And for casting and vertical jigging, 10-pound braid, 6 for hybrid. Nice, Armando. Yeah, I want to try go down to 4 pound. Yeah, like Barfly said, usually those creeks in the summer, they're like really oxygen depleted, and it's hard to find crappie in there. But there are some in there, but typically you're gonna have to really look for them. Andy Chase, that's what happened to one of my reels too. My dad took a look at it, and all he did was loosen a screw inside the reel. Works perfectly after. Huh, I'm gonna have to try that, Andy. Thank you, man. Heath, I'm use mostly 4 if I'm using high vis. If it's regular mono, just usually use 6. There you go, man. I appreciate that. I was curious. I can't remember in some of your creek videos. I can't remember if you were using high vis or what. I know someone you can contact that specializes in kayak insurance, low rates also. Oh man, TJ, thank you, man. For sure. Appreciate that. Native. The only time I use regular mono is when I'm going strictly for sandies. Crappie always high vis. Okay. Chancellor Crappie, there he is. Jay Cruz, I'm going to check those lines out. Larry Heron, what's going on? Thanks for being here. I lived in Michigan and ice fish a lot. Sometimes had to drill through 3 feet of ice. Biggest walleye, 13 pounds. I now live in Alabama. What a difference in temperature. Oh, yeah. I feel like we're in Michigan right now, you know. It's cold down here. I'd love to catch a walleye. What's your Cash App? Can you put that in there? The wife's going to put that in there. Yeah, if you are, you know, feel the need to donate, you know, I won't turn down a super chat at all, but I definitely prefer the Cash App just because that way YouTube doesn't take 30 or 40%. I can't remember how much. I think it's 30% or 40. I can't remember, but they take a bunch out. So I prefer, you know, Cash App if you're wanting to donate. That way, you know, none of your money's taken. I appreciate that, Andy. Paul Kid, I might have had a bad spool of line, but when I went from 6 to 4 pound, and man, it was getting broke off left and right. But some people swear by it. I just had a bad experience. Paul, I tried Vicious high vis line, and I remember vividly, like I tried this line, it was really good. Everyone said good things. I got it, and it was the same way. I was breaking off left and right. And I never went back to it. I never used it. I just, you know, kept using my, I think it was, I want to say it might have been cheaper or something. I can't remember exactly why I switched it, but I just went back to my Mr. Crappie. Mr. Crappie, I haven't had any bad batches at all. So I don't know why that is, but I had that same experience with Vicious, just breaking left and right. Oh, thank you, Hugo. Ricky Rick, first time on live with you. I'm learning about these darn Kentucky fish. Oh, man. Thank you, Ricky, for being here. I appreciate that. What's he doing?
There's juice everywhere.
Little man's. Oh, yeah. He was doing that earlier. 30%. Yeah, there we go, Hugo. That's a lot. Fisherman Fredo, just to let y'all know, I love Suffolk Sage and Neon Tangerine, and the Field and Stream store in Prosper has it on sale for $6.99. Oh yeah, I have used that line too. Suffolk Sage and that orange. I like that. I do like that line. That's the other high vis line that I've done good with. The orange takes a little bit of time. I'm so used to that bright green, so that orange takes a little bit of time to recognize it.
I've never seen you use the orange.
I think this was like way back, I think. I want to say Xavier gave me some. I think when I fished with him, and he gave me a spool of it, I think. Or he told me about it or something. Paul, Kid Crappie, yeah, it was Mr. Crappie 4 pound, man. Never had any issues with the 6, but 4 gave me problems. Paul, did you use did you only have one spool, or did you buy another spool, or try 2, or to see if it was just the batch, or what?
Andy Chase donated to you.
Oh, thank you so much, Andy. I really appreciate that. just knows that goes straight to putting more content out there for y'all. And that's, you know, that's the truth. You know, I got that new camera. I would love to get another camera too at some point. That way I have different angles, and I don't want to use that other camera I have. It's really old and you can tell a big quality difference. So I've gotten away from it, but I'd love to do that too. But Andy, thank you so much. I can't thank you enough, buddy. Native Texan, hey Paul, is it breaking up the knot? Just random spots. Hugo, dinner is ready. I'm out. I'll see y'all next week. Stay safe and warm. Okay, man. Thanks for being here. We'll see you next week. You stay safe and warm as well, buddy. He's drinking it. Yeah. He's drinking it and patting his belly. But yeah, so like I said, I'm not gonna get out this week, but native with the 4-pound, always wet the knot and cinch down slow. Okay. That's kind of like with fluorocarbon too. Those knots can get that heat, that friction on those knots can make weak points, I think. At least that's what I remember it doing, or someone saying. But yeah, I'm not gonna get out this week. I might try and get out maybe at the end of the week. We'll see if we're not still iced in or whatever. We'll just kind of have to play that by by seeing how it goes, and as well as the wind. If the wind's bad, I don't know what I'll do, but definitely not getting out tomorrow. Crimson Stoner, what's going on, man? 10-pound test is my way. There you go. 10 pounds good. In case you get a big cat or something on there, you can horse them in a little bit. Kid, man, only use one spool. That one spool. Should give it a try again. But no kidding, I must have broke at least 12 times. Yeah, it might have just, I don't know. It might have just been that batch, man. And the same thing could have been for the Vicious that I used. It might have just been the batch. But again, I didn't use another spool, so I don't know for sure. But yeah, I don't know. I need to, and that was in one fishing trip, kid. Oh man, that's a lot of times to break off. Especially not at the knot or anything like that where you could like pattern it. It was just random. I mean, it's kind of, you know, sometimes there's just like that. When I got home, I tossed the whole spool. Oh yeah, I don't know what I did with that Vicious spool I had. But that's how it goes, you know. It might. I remember too. I got I'm trying to remember what the name of it was, but it's a Bass Pro knockoff. It was right after Wally and Bass Pro separated. Mr. Crappie and Bass Pro separated, and he went his own way, and they pulled all the Mr. Crappie stuff out of Bass Pro, and Bass Pro made a knockoff brand of all his products, and I think it was like Crappie Max, I think is what it was called, or something like that. And I got several rods because like there's a Bass Pro like right by the lake, and I swung in there and got a rod. And I remember, I think I went to the creek or something to try it out, and I literally broke it off, hung up, you know, just like I normally do. You know, you just hang up, try and shake it loose, and then you just, you know, grab the line and pull it. And I remember that I did that, or it might have been a fish. I don't really remember, to be honest, but I did something that I normally do with the other rods, like every time, and it broke, and I took it back. Bass Pro was really good about that. They you know, let me swap it out, and I got the other rod, and it did the same exact thing, broke in the same place. So at that point, I figured that it was definitely something to do with the rods. Crimson Stoner, man, 10 pounds not too much. I prefer lighter line just myself, but 10 pounds not too much. It's really not, Crimson. Jay Cruz, when are you going to do another giveaway? Man, that's a good question. I'll be honest, I'm not doing one tonight. I mean, if I, you know, I'm doing one for sure whenever I get to 4,000 subscribers. So hopefully in the next the next month or two, for that one. But I'll do another one here randomly soon. I'm just wore out today, so I'll be honest. Slapbuster, hey everyone, I'm late. Been busy getting ready for the 16 we're getting tonight. Oh no, Slab, man, we're supposed to get below 0 here. Below 0 in Dallas. That's just crazy. Chancellor, would you recommend an aluminum john boat or a bass tracker setup? Looking for something I can pull with a small Nissan. I like the trackers myself, Chancellor. I like the trackers. If you can swing a tracker, the trackers aren't too heavy either, so I think you'd be able to pull it with that Nissan. It's called vicious because they viciously take your money. There you go, Fredo. He's on it. Also, their difference in rods. What do y'all suggest? Jay Cruz, I love the ultralights like you said you're getting ready to get. I love bone stick, but I'll be honest too, I use a lot of B&M rods myself. I love B&M rods. Again, I'm different than most. I like a super noodly rod, and like I want it to be ultra light, catch an 8-inch fish and about pull you in the water. So, but I love B&M, especially the Sam Heaton Super Sensitive. I think I have a 7-foot. They're great. Oh no, Armando, you take it easy, buddy. Well, thanks for being here. Stay warm. Jerry Ward, Richard Jean uses 1 pound and 2 pound Mr. Crappie sometimes. Yeah, I've seen that, Jerry. That's crazy. That's about as ultralight as you can get. Slab, yeah, I've seen through Sarge's Facebook. Y'all are getting hammered over there. Yeah, we are. We got more coming too, man. It's going to be a whole week event. There you go. That's the right idea, Paul. Paul's like, my work's been shut down, so I'm glad I bought an extra 30-pack. Yeah, you be careful out there, Armando. Yeah, everyone else too, y'all be careful if y'all have to get out there tomorrow or anytime this week. It's tonight I was looking, the water, it's kind of melting, but it's gonna refreeze and it's gonna be pretty treacherous, I think, the next few mornings. Crimson, let me go back and see what your question was. I forgot. Oh, there it is. Yeah, Crimson, so 10-pound test isn't too bad. I prefer lighter line myself, but 10 pounds not bad at all. I prefer 6 pound or even 8 pound. Oh yeah, Slab. That reminds me, man, kid, I'm telling you, the Ozark Ultralight Pro Series, a lot like the Sam, but a lot nicer. Yeah, man, I saw. I think I saw it was 3-pound fishing or someone. And I want to say he had like a promo code. I think he had a promo code. I wanted to buy one, but I had just bought an extra B&M. But I almost pulled the trigger on one. It looks, and I looked it up, it was, comparable price and everything. They look good. Slab, I'm telling you, man, I'm going to get one of those. I'm going to get one. You have me sold. And they look good. And I watched the 3-pound guy, he fished with them, and they look like they're good ultralights, just like I like, so. Crappie Express, I like the sport of catching a fish and it may break the line. I use all of mine. Crappie rods 4-pound. There you go. I'm the same way, Crappie Express. You know me, I like, ultralight and keep it sporty. But, even keeping it 6-pound and sporty, there's going to be some people that tell you, you're just skiing fishing and, there's no fight and all that. I got someone that's always telling me that.
Someone said you look tired. I think the next one.
Oh, Ricky. Yeah, man. I am tired. I'll be honest. Little man, we didn't get to sleep till like 12:15. He woke us up at 4:30, wanted milk. And then had another problem, a little graphic, but I'm not gonna get into it. That kept me up till like 6. So I didn't go back to sleep till like 6. And then woke up at like 7 or no, 8. Was it 8? I think it was 8. And I had to work today, so I'm wore out, Ricky. I am wore out. And the wife's still recovering, so I'm kind of, having to do more, more stuff and make sure she's held up before she can lift him and do anything like that. So.
I mean, I might not recover until like next year.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to definitely find some sleep somewhere. Paul, I drank my bottle of Crown last night, so no alcohol today. That's one way to keep warm, Fredo.
We had wine.
We had wine. EX8, where do you get your crappie lures from? EX, I get the plastics I get from Crappie Killers on Facebook. You can look them up. Mark's a great guy. He's got great jigs over there. He'll make basically whatever you want, and definitely recommend checking him out. That's where I get a lot of my, I get most of my stuff from him, now, honestly. They're like Bobby Garlands, but to me, they're better. Customizable Bobby Garlands is basically what they are.
And your giveaway stuff.
Yeah, and he gives, all the giveaway stuff is from him as well, so. Slab, I hear you, Paul. I used to do the same thing back in the day when I used to drink. I hardly drink anymore. Crappie Express at 64-pound flat. My profile pick was caught on 17-pound big game, and that was in current. So if you take your time and know what you're doing, it can be done. Yep. Crappie Express, that's the biggest thing, As long as your drag set, I catch flatheads all the time, especially back when I had the boat. I catch flatheads like every other trip, it seemed like, especially in the summer. It was funny how there for a while, like every day, every trip, I would catch one. It's funny. And I had a 6-pound Mr. Crappie in my bone stick. And Barfly, I'll tell you, I caught a big one on that one when I went out with him in the fall. And the key is having your drag set and taking your time. Those big fish are heavy to get up off the bottom. They're old and they're hard. You got to really wear them out. Don't touch my Patron, Vicky says. I remember those days. Yeah, Ricky, I'm wore out, man. Not even gonna lie. Slab, I don't drink it much anymore, but with this snow, I knew I was gonna have to throw a couple back with work being shut down. Slab, yeah, there are the same price as Sam's super sensitive, very nice rod and very sensitive, even more than a Sam's. Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. You got me sold, man. The next time I'm able to get a rod, I'm gonna check them out and get one of those. What's it called? I'm telling you, man, I almost bought one, but I was like, I can't. I don't want to get in trouble. I just bought the other one, but I'll break a rod here eventually, so I'll definitely be doing this. I'll probably at the end of this spring, walking through the woods and stuff, I'll probably break a rod somewhere. 903, you ever use hand ties? Yeah, I do use hand ties. I don't use as much as I used to. I tie my own too, but they're great, man. I don't know how much you use them, Caleb, but they're great to have. I did a video on it a couple videos back about, you got to have hand-tied jigs, especially in the winter. In the winter and in the summer is when I've seen them make a difference to where you catch fish and you don't. They work year-round, but when them fish are a little finicky or them fish are cold, them hand ties can make a big difference. Paul, I hand tie my jigs. I don't make plastics. I'd love to get into that, but that's a lot of money and I'll get in trouble. But I'd love to do that. I'd love to build my own rods too, but that's even more money. Yeah, so I just tied jigs. I haven't done it in a while. I actually might tie some jigs tomorrow and make a video about it and put it out there. We'll see how I feel tomorrow and what's going on with that. But I definitely gonna try and do that. Chancellor just made a beer run in the Acura. Did well in the snow here in Garland. Yeah, snow's it's not too bad out there right now, but later on, you know, it might change. Cruz, all right, I'm gonna head out. Catch y'all later. Gotta charge my phone in case our power goes out. Oh man, Jay Cruz, thanks for being here. Hope y'all stay warm and hopefully the power does not go out for y'all. Raul Mendez, what's going on? Thanks for being here. Oh, no worries, no worries. I seen the one you caught on that video. How fun. Yeah, that's right. It was on the video. I forgot. Uh, 903, what about hand ties on a slip cork or just vertical jig and only tried plastics on a slip cork? I've used them both. 903, Caleb, man, I got videos from a few years back. I had tied some of mine and I was just catching them one after another with a slip cork in the creek. They work really good. The good thing, and then I'll tell you this too, Caleb. So the thing is, I don't know what kind of plastics you use, what kind of jig heads you use, but sometimes when you're jigging bobber, when you're slip corking, those fish will hit the jig or something, and you'll miss them. You'll rip and miss them, and it'll pull your skirt down. So you have to reel it all the way back in, push the plastic back up on the jig head. With a hand tie, you don't have to touch it. If that fish misses it, just drop it back down there and get ready because they're coming right back. So that is one advantage to that. Oh yeah, for sure, EX. I'd love to. Bassin for life. There's some in the creeks in the summer. There's some resident fish, but there's not a lot of them. But the lakes are where they're at in the summer. Bassin for life. Jerry Ward. Try some Dublin wine, Carolina Red, if y'all have it. In that area, it's the best. It makes my ears warm. We'll have to try some of that. Huh?
You have your, like, hasn't wine made your ears warm?
Some has. Just depends. Are the Hunter plastics good for crappie? I'm not sure which plastic you're talking about, Bassin for Life. I've never heard of Hunter plastics. That's it. I'm trying it. You definitely have way more experience with slip corking and with jigs than I do. That's why I asked, brother. Oh, no worries, man. Yeah. Like I said, you know, that missing that fish and not having to put that plastic back up on your jig head and reel it all the way back in makes a big difference. Oh, you bet, Bassin for Life. Ricky Rick, can you post that Crappie Killers link, please? And have you tried those flatfish lures? Ricky, I have not tried the flatfish lures. I do know who makes them and everything, and they catch a lot of fish on them. I use the Crappie Killers. I wish I could get a link for Crappie Killers, but I know it's not. There's a different Crappie Killers. It's like a weird.
There is a well.
Can you try and find the link?
And he does have a link.
Who? Can you try and put it on there?
Yeah.
The wife's gonna try and put that Crappie Killers link on there.
This is the link he has.
Okay, well you can go to my video too. It's on the other of my videos in the description. You can copy it from there too if you need to. Huh?
That's what he has on his page. I literally went to his page and like pasted that from his page.
Does he? I don't think he has a website made yet.
Yeah. I went to it and it has jigs on it.
I think it's a different.
On his page and I clicked it and it says Crappie Killers.
Does it? Maybe he's okay. So maybe I think Mark might have a website. I wish he was on here tonight to be able to.
And I put shop. And it shows some jigs on there.
Let me. Well, Ricky Rick, sorry man, but on my last video, I have a link to his jigs in the video.
Do you want me to go in your last video?
Yeah, I think. I wish he was on here. I don't know if he's got a website now or not. I think he's only on Facebook, what I remember.
Well, whenever definitely check out his Facebook page and go from there. If like, because there's
Yeah, but I remember it's weird. It's like, I think if you put Crappie Killer, it goes somewhere else, but if it's Crappie Killers, it goes to him.
I literally like clicked on it and it took me to that page, but I don't know.
Okay. Well, like I said, you know, Ricky Rick, if, you know, on my last video, the link's there.
Okay, I'm good.
So definitely check that out. 903 caught those 10 in the creek. Pink and chartreuse baby shad from Dead River Bait, small bait company from Indiana. Nice, man. Yeah, the pink and chartreuse will work great, especially if that water is a little clear. Yeah, text. He's only on Facebook right now. Yeah, he's only on Facebook right now.
Oh, who's that?
I think that was Chris. I don't have his number programmed in here. Was that you, Chris? I think it was. I need to put your number in my new phone. I don't know why I didn't do that yet.
Is it that one? I think it's the
Yeah, I'd love a custom rod. That's well, I'm a big fan of rear seats. Oh yeah, Slab, me too. Oh, it's like Bobby Garland Slab Hunter. Yeah, those will work, Basson. Those will work for sure. Yeah, okay, that's him. Okay, yeah. Now it's got him in there. Yep, okay. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, it's Chris. Hold on. Where are the crappie on the lake in the summer? Raul Mendez, they're on brush piles, timber, and bridges, deep water. 15, 25 foot. I keep seeing Crappie Killer Dave in Oklahoma. Ricky, I think she put, yeah, Mark Williams. He does not have a website yet, but taking orders. Facebook under Crappie Killers. Yep. My house lights just went off. Oh no, Rogelio. I look at the video, no issues. I think she put it on there.
Yeah.
Is that the one from the video?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So she's got it on there now, Ricky. That's the link that is from my video that goes straight to him. Kip, I'm gonna tie something tomorrow, I think. Oh, you bet, Raul. Hey, Cod for Life, what's going on, man? Thanks for being here. Yeah, I'll be sure to check that out tomorrow, man. 903's got a new video coming out tomorrow. Thunderstruck, what's going on? Cheers, man. All right, y'all. So I'm going to wrap it up pretty quick. Chris is going live here in a couple minutes, so I want to jump off here before he gets going. I don't want to take any away from him. And y'all be sure to go check him out over there, Asleep at the Real Outdoors. He goes live right after mine, 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Gonna talk more fishing. But I hope y'all stay warm, stay safe. Don't drive if y'all don't have to. And if you have power outages, do everything you can to stay warm. And we'll see you next week. Thanks again for all the support. And we'll catch you next week. And don't forget, there's going to be a video coming out this week, probably mid-late week. I haven't decided yet. Go to one of my favorite East Texas lakes and catch some big crappie on a bridge in the kayak. So definitely be on the lookout for that. And, oh, thank you, EX8. Appreciate that. But y'all take it easy. We'll see y'all next week. Y'all have a good one.